Live in a world where big tech and Wall Street just owns us. And we let this happen. Kind of funny, a little word up top there says plastic policeman, and kind of where we're at, man. You got people telling you what you can and can't do with your own money. You got tech deciding for you on what's true, what's not true. Even if they say it's not true, and then 6 months later it is true, it doesn't matter. Um, you can't buy certain things with credit cards. I think certain financial institutions you can't buy guns. I read you somewhere just doing 2 seconds of research. You can't buy lap dances, Bitcoin, some other nonprofit. I'm guessing when they mention free speech on this article, maybe they're talking about WikiLeaks. You can't donate to. Um, it's just one of those things that, and I'm not against or for any of the things I'm talking about. I'm just saying, in the general thought of, do you want a financial institution telling you what you can and cannot spend your money on? They're not a government. They're not, like, I know they're a private business, but it's almost like they're almost pushing down a law on you, a regulation. And I get it; it's a private business, but in the same way that um, utilities are regulated by the government because we need electricity and we need water, we need natural gas. Um, we have to have credit. Like they're trying to push you down this thing where you have to have bank accounts and you have to have a debit card, and so we're forced to use these quote unquote private institutions, but they also have this great power over us. I always talk about that because if you don't have a good credit score, you're kind of fucked in this world. If you ain't got a lot of money in the bank and you're trying to like buy a house, it's difficult. There's so many things that the bank just owns you. Wall Street owns you. And then if the banks of Wall Street don't own you, then big tech does. Like we live in this world where the government is bad, but some of these large financial and technology companies are worse. Do we want these quote unquote private or slash publicly traded financial institution and tech companies being the morality police? Do you want someone else telling you what they think is right or wrong? I want to say in one of the card companies you can't buy medical marijuana with, for example. Um, I just it's your money, and if it's legal, then what is the issue? And then people are making the argument they're a private company, they can do whatever they want to do. Well, I get that. The problem is we're pretty much forced to use this U.S. banking system. We are stuck kind of using the credit system. The whole try just building a whole life with just cash and no credit. It is not as easy as it sounds. Go apply for a home loan and try going through that whole mess. Like anyone that's ever done a home loan, you talk to people recently, they're trying to map your goddamn genome to get a home loan these days. It's try walking in and buying a car with no credit score. We're stuck in this system, but this system is also these like non-government entities that hold this power above us. And again, if it's not them, then it's a tech company. Like you can't win right now. Society is getting boxed in from all corners, and this is where cryptos. Well, again, you can't. I don't think you can buy cryptos with a credit card either. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, or maybe there's some other third-party transaction. But that's one of the things I read. You can't buy Bitcoin. Of course, they don't want you to buy Bitcoin because Bitcoin's a threat to this, global financial system that it's like we're stuck in a fucking matrix, right? And you either play by their game or you're screwed. And then they'll say, well, you don't have to play, you don't have to use us, but you kind of have to. What are you going to do? Keep all your money under a mattress? Good luck with that shit. So you can see why the younger generations, you're starting to see the cryptos, they're starting to really take off because we're tired of this shit. We're tired of big banks owning our ass. We're tired of being told what to do. You're tired of getting screwed with interest rates. You're starting to see more and more of these other kind of payment plan like Klarna and Afterpay pop up because the younger generations don't want to screw with credit cards anymore. Um, I don't know if I need anybody else. If it's legal, Do you need anyone telling you how to spend your money? Maybe there's opportunity for a new bank to pop up and say, we don't care what you do. If it's not illegal, you can do whatever you want on your credit card. Um, it's like, we want to buy all this stuff online, but how are you going to pay for it? I can't buy it with a credit card. What am I going to do? Mail them a check? Well, that sounds cool. Yeah, just take Bitcoin. That's going to be the way out for all these things that these credit card companies don't want you to do, because here's my thing. I don't want any company, period, sticking their grimy mitts into society's problems, or whatever you want to call them, society's issues. They have too much influence at the end of the day. I don't. Let's get rid of lobbying. Let's get rid of corporations being allowed to donate money to like super PACs and shit. Corporations should stay the hell out of it. Let the people speak. The problem is, between lobbying, the amount of money that the companies can do and donate, the power and control they have through the financial systems, through technology. What your little vote almost doesn't count anymore. They're just too powerful. But we don't need companies sticking their claws into society. That is a one-on-one people thing. That is what I have a fundamental issue with. These companies got so much cash, they have way too much influence now. If they just decide that, well, I don't like you buying medical marijuana, or as marijuana becomes more legal, I don't like you buying marijuana. I don't like you buying guns. I don't like you buying lap dancers. Who are you, my fucking father? Like, and what I don't understand is how people are okay with this. It's your money. Unless the government tells you it's illegal, let it be done. I just don't understand. But it's like we almost keep advocating for more of this. We sit back, the financial companies and technology companies, every day they get more power and more power, more power. And it just depends, like, I guess, what side of the aisle you're on. If it's helping you today, you're all for it. But it eventually comes back to bite you at some point. I don't know. I don't know if I want the credit card companies to become the new regulators of the web, or regulators of our society. So what? You're not going to be able to buy Coke next? When I go get my tacos at lunch today, I'm not going to be able to get that glass bottle of Mexican Coke. You're going to say, no, that's too sugary, it's bad for you. And then it's going to say, hey, you've had fried chicken 3 times this month. We're not going to allow you to buy any more fried chicken this month. We're not going to let you buy. Oh my God, you bought alcohol twice this month. We're gonna limit your alcohol purchases. At what point do they just get too much power and control? Maybe you're not allowed to buy a bag of Sour Patch when you're at the goddamn movie theater. Well, they're gonna start just approving purchases based on how they think you should live your life. This is where we're going with this. And what the hell are we doing about it? That's the problem with anything. It's why things have to stop at some point. You give anyone an inch and they take a mile, and that's a saying for a reason. The only way to stop that from happening is to never give them the inch to begin with. People will always take more. How much more? Debatable question. But if someone figures out that they can get this done, they will slowly push and move their agenda this way. I don't need a credit card company shaping the society I have to live in. Corporations aren't people, man. They don't get a vote. The problem is they have more power than a vote, and we have to live in that world. There's something else that you know of that credit card companies are blocking or won't let you purchase? Drop a comment below. If you think this is just fundamentally wrong, that this is where we're going into society, drop a comment. Curious to see what other people are thinking, but doesn't leave me with a good feeling anyways. But that's all I got for now. I'm going to catch you on the next one.